Fallout. Darkest Hour. Chapter 6. Inside a dirty corridor, a Viking is leaning against the wall, bored out of his mind. The double doors open, causing the Viking to turn his head. Annabelle walks through the doors with black and white Viking armor, with Dogmeat following at her heels.
What's that mutt doing here?
Protection? Settlers have a hard time killing a dog.
Can't argue with that.
Annabelle continues walking down the corridor, before turning back to the Viking.
Where are the prisoners? Might use this mutt to give them a good scare.
They're in the cell. Where else would we put them?
And where exactly is that?
The Viking gives Annabelle a curious look.
Late night. My head is still a bit groggy.
Ha! We've all been there. Stairs down there. Go up. First door on the left takes you to the walkway. Door on the opposite side.
As Annabelle and Dogmeat continue walking down the corridor, the Viking calls out one last time.
Don't let ghosts catch you while you're groggy. You know what he's like.
Annabelle and Dogmeat go up the stairs to the first floor. A long corridor with rooms along the right-hand side. As she walks past one of the rooms, she overhears a conversation from behind a closed door.
If this is going to work, I need to know.
You don't need to know my reasons. You just need to trust me. You do trust me?
I'll be a fool if I didn't.
Good.
Annabelle reaches the first door on the left and enters to find a walkway overlooking a large factory floor filled with Vikings. The majority of them wearing the colors of Ghost Clan, while a few have the colors of Saxon Clan. The Vikings are spending their time doing a range of activities: drinking, sharpening weapons, target practice, and a few of them at a chemistry station.
Come on, girl. We can do this.
They continue walking along, going past a room labeled Cleanup. They arrive at the end of the walkway outside the door leading down to the cells when Ghost and Harold enter the room. They stand on the walkway overlooking the various Vikings.
We are pleased to announce the meeting went well.
Yes, we can.
But first, we have another pressing matter to deal with.
We do?
Ghost points towards Annabelle, still disguised in her Ghost Clan's armor.
Miss Annabelle Potter over there.
Annabelle remains frozen in place, unsure what to do. Gilbert and Alice wait inside the broken pipe tunnel. Alice looks through the hole underneath the metal grate, leading into a stairwell. Gilbert continues looking down the tunnel in a trance.
When should we go?
Gilbert breaks out of his trance and looks towards Alice.
Who are you? Where are we?
I'm Alice. It's a Viking base.
I remember Vikings. I was with them.
Back inside the cells, Edward, Bradley, and Billy continue to plan what to do.
We are free from our chains, but no matter what, we can't overpower them.
So we sneak out.
We've already been over this. Every possibility. We can't win.
Bradley quickly turns to Edward.
Don't you dare tell me to have faith. Do you really think God will provide us with a solution?
Unarmed human and canine entering room.
Annabelle and Dogmeat burst into the room. Seeing a Viking, Bradley quickly reacts, grabbing hold of Annabelle. Dogmeat turns towards Bradley, ready to attack.
Someone, grab her weapon.
Assistant said she was unarmed.
I'm here to help. We need to close the door.
We can't trust her.
Alice sent me.
Bradley, let her go. Assistants, hold the door.
Affirmative.
Assistance goes to the door and holds it shut. She gets there just in time to stop Ghost and Harold from entering.
Little pig, little pig.
Bradley continues to keep a hold of Annabelle.
Bradley, let her go.
Grudgingly, Bradley releases Annabelle, white paint staining his cargo vest.
What is this?
Never mind that. You said Alice sent you.
Yeah, we met her at the market.
Where is she?
She's with my friend Gilbert. He's a ghoul. They're there in the broken pipe.
Stay in there as long as you like. We'll be outside waiting. Nowhere to run.
What's with the clothes?
The colors were red and black. Used paint to change the red to white. Walked through the front door.
That's genius.
That explains the paint on me.
So what do we do?
Only one way out of this room. I say we go out with our hands up.
Seriously?
Any other ideas?
What do we do when we go out there?
We accept our fate. Assistants, stop holding the door.
Assistance obeys Edward's commands and takes her hands away from the doors.
All right, Ghost? We're coming out.
Billy looks at Annabelle, fixed on her face as she walks out of the door with the others. Billy is the last to leave the room. Ghost, Harold and a small group of Vikings holding a range of weapons fill the stairs, leading up to the walkway.
Clear a path.
Some Vikings leave until there's a clear path up the stairs.
Follow me.
Ghost starts walking up the stairs and the group is forced to follow. Gilbert forces Alice out of the pipe and up the stairs, with his machete out.
Why are you doing this?
It's what I have to do.
On the walkway, the group are on their knees, with Ghost and Harold standing over them. Annabelle holds Dogmeat to prevent her from attacking. Ghost has sent all the Vikings down to the main floor, who are all looking up to the walkway.
The person who escaped. What was her name? Alice?
We don't know where she is. She escaped, remember?
The only way Annabelle would find her way here is with Alice's help.
How do you know my name?
Ghost ignores Annabelle's question and walks behind her, placing his hand on her shoulder.
Where's Alice?
Shh. Quiet, girl.
Next to Annabelle, Edward tries to speak to Ghost.
Why do you want her?
Ghost moves his face inches away from Edward's.
Remember what happened last time you interrupted?
Ghost turns back to Annabelle, drawing out a knife, and rests it on Annabelle's shoulder.
Where is Alice?
She's here.
Gilbert stands at the walkway door, left hand holding Alice, right hand holding his machete.
Gilbert, good to see you.
Have we met before?
You brought me Alice. Thank you very much. Would you like a reward?
Drugs. I need drugs.
Annabelle's face turns to disgust.
He betrayed us.
Just have faith.
You may have them. Anything in particular?
Got any jet?
So you can zoom around attacking us all? I think not. Bring me some flesh.
A Viking at the chemistry station picks up a handful of syringes and runs up the metal stairs, handing them over to Ghost.
Here you go, boss.
Thank you.
Ghost makes his way over towards Gilbert and shows him a syringe with a grey-white liquid inside.
We call it flesh. This place is rust can't purify water. Besides, more caps in drugs? When this hits the market, I'll have all the caps I need.
What does it do?
Give you a flash of memory. Relive the past. Remember things you've forgotten.
Gilbert slowly takes the drug and begins studying it.
It can make me remember.
It's perfectly safe. Feel free to try it.
What do you want with Alice?
Nothing that concerns you.
The double doors on the ground floor burst open, and Claw erupts into the room with fresh blood on his claws.
Human!
Every head in the room turns towards the super mutant. Gilbert looks down at the drug, then turns toward Ghost, who is still fixed on Claw. In a swift motion, Gilbert stabs the drug into Ghost's leg and injects him with the liquid. Ghost stumbles backwards in shock and slowly collapses to the ground. Frantically twitching, he pulls the syringe out before everything turns to white. On a farm, a young man sits at a table inside his house. Next to him, a little girl with her blonde hair tied into pigtails impatiently waits. A middle-aged woman walks into the room, grey hairs appearing amongst her dark brown hair. She places a cake on the table.
It's not much, but you've earned it. I'm so proud of you.
She places a kiss on the young man's forehead. The little girl puts a hollow disc next to the cake.
It's not just from me, it's from all of us.
Go put on something nice. We'll see Zoe soon.
Does she know you love her?
That's enough.
Inside his room, the young man looks at his wardrobe, trying to decide what to wear. At one end of the wardrobe, the young man finds a clean black suit with a note on it. The young man reads the note, and a smile breaks out on his face.
What are you doing? You can't!
The young man opens his room and looks downstairs to see Vikings dragging the middle-aged woman and the little girl out of the house. Seeing a Viking start to walk up the stairs, the young man goes back towards his wardrobe and scrabbles to put on Viking armor. The Viking walks into the room and confuses the young man as a member of his clan.
Beat me to it. Come on, back outside.
The young man has no choice but to follow. Outside, the Vikings have gathered every settler of the farm together. 2 Vikings drag an old man towards the leader of the Vikings, throwing the old man to the ground.
We found the man in charge.
The leader of the Vikings drags a young woman away from the others and places a gun in her hands.
What's your name?
Zoe.
Well, Zoe, you have a choice. Join or die. He dies. You can join us.
Zoe holds the gun towards the old man, her hands shaking. The young man disguised as a Viking walks over, takes the gun from Zoe, and shoots the old man in the head.
Ha! Good man.
The Viking leader puts his arm around the young man, leading him away from the settlers, and starts to whisper.
I know all of my people. Even with that mask, I know you're not one of us. But you are now.
The Viking leader turns around to address his Vikings.
She did not kill him. So, they die.
The young man turns around in time to get one last glance at Zoe, the middle-aged woman, the little girl, and the other settlers before the Vikings open fire. Everything turns white, and Ghost looks around to see the Vikings on the ground floor, trying to take on the super mutant. The walkway is empty, except for Harold near a light switch shouting commands.
Kill that thing. You outnumber him.
Ghost has trouble getting to his feet, but succeeds.
Chains in the corner. Take it alive.
A few Vikings run over to grab the chains. Ghost, still dazed, makes his way over to Harold.
What happened?
The super mutant attacked. You went down. The lights turned off. By the time I turned them on, they were gone.
Deal with that thing. We want it alive.
Ghost storms out of the walkway door before Harold can reply. Ghost looks around in every direction before heading down the stairs. When he arrives at the bottom, he notices a grate that's lifted off the floor. Ghost looks down to seeing the hole in the floor leads to a broken pipe. Without hesitation, Ghost jumps into the pipe and begins running. He arrives at the pipe's exit and looks around the still wasteland, unable to see any signs of life.
Fuck!
By the time Ghost arrives back, the Vikings have Claw in chains.
Who is on inspection?
A single Viking walks towards Ghost.
I am.
There was a broken pipe. They escaped through it, probably used it the first time round. Why was it broken?
I didn't know about it.
Bad at your job.
The Viking begins to worry, her face filling with fear.
I got a new job for you.
A smile breaks out on the Viking's face, thankful not to get punished.
I need you to take a message to Berserk clan.
The Viking's face goes straight to horror, knowing she's just been given a death sentence. Ghost walks away from the Vikings, making his way back to his office, an almost empty room except for a bed and a terminal on a desk. Ghost sits on a chair in front of the desk, opening a drawer and pulling out a small box. Opening the box, Ghost pulls out a single domino and places it upright on the desk. He repeats this action over and over again as the line of dominoes is getting grander and grander, being set up, one piece at a time. Much later, a few hours from dawn, the group arrive at the street of shops.
We've been walking long enough. We need to rest.
Annabelle said they left supplies in the house. Shouldn't we keep going?
We're all exhausted. We need sleep.
We can hold up in one of the shops. Surely there's supplies somewhere.
Gilbert notices a building that's been blown up.
Looks like a war broke out here recently.
That was us. First time we escaped.
Edward turns and sees Bradley standing near a red car.
Are you okay, Bradley?
There's no body. Not even any blood. There's nothing left.
Let's find a place to spend the night.
They enter a pharmacy and begin searching the building. Once the building is clear, they lock the back door, and Bradley places tin cans near the front door and the smashed window.
Anyone tries getting in, we'll hear them.
Let's get some sleep. We'll keep moving in the morning.
Where are we going?
As far away from Ghost Clan as we can get.
You're more than welcome to come back with me and Dogmeat.
Gilbert looks at Annabelle, noticing he wasn't included.
Thank you, Annabelle. What settlement are you from?
It's just a place to sleep. My settlement got attacked, so I had to find somewhere new.
I think we should go.
So, it's not even an established settlement? It won't be long before we get attacked.
We'll make it more secure.
Bradley,
Don't you dare mention faith.
everything that's happened has led us here. Sanctuary is destroyed, and the person who saves us just so happens to be starting a new settlement and needs people? Us? This is the path we're meant to take.
Fine. Whatever you say.
I'm going to take Dogmeat outside. I'll give you some time to talk it over. Come on, girl.
Annabelle and Dogmeat go out the back door, with Gilbert following. Annabelle walks back round to the street and looks at the various shops.
There's got to be some food somewhere.
Annabelle.
Hearing her name, Annabelle turns around, facing Gilbert.
Were you planning on betraying us?
No. The best way to take on Vikings is to lower their guard. My memory's a bit of a haze, but I've been wandering around for a while. You took me in. If you need my help, you've got it.
Thank you. Remember our deal. No drugs.
Of course.
I'm glad I met you, Gilbert.
Annabelle pats Gilbert on his shoulder and returns to the pharmacy. Gilbert pulls out a couple of syringes from his backpack. The drug flash. He pauses for a moment, considering his options, before injecting one into his arm, and everything turns to white.
Help! Help!
A young child screams for help as a pack of feral ghouls hunt him down.
Help!
Gilbert comes rushing in with a dagger drawn and begins hacking and slashing at the feral ghouls. The boy turns around and watches the action unfold. Once all the feral ghouls are dead, Gilbert turns around and walks over to the child, who is unsure of Gilbert.
Don't worry, you're safe now.
You look like them, but you're not one of them, right?
No, they're feral.
What's feral?
It's where their brains have rotted away.
Gilbert quickly looks around in all directions.
Where are your parents?
The feral ghouls got to them.
You can come with me. I'll keep you safe. My name's Gilbert.
Jacob. My name's Jacob.
Everything turns to white, and Gilbert wakes up on the broken tarmac. He quickly looks around to see Dogmeat sitting down, guarding him.
No.
Gilbert gets up and makes his way into the pharmacy, with Dogmeat following at his heels. As he enters, Annabelle turns towards him.
Spending time with Dogmeat?
Something like that.
Well, they've decided to come back to Red Rocket with us.
Is there a faster route we can take?
I'm the wrong person to ask. I really don't know any of this area.
How can you not know which route to take?
I've spent my life on a farm. I've never had a reason to leave. Shouldn't you know this area?
I've only been in this godforsaken country for just over a week.
Settle down. Annabelle, which Red Rocket station are you at?
The one near New Horizons.
Wow, that's quite the trek. There is a faster route. We wouldn't have to go to the house, but that is where the supplies are.
Do we really need supplies?
How long would the faster route take?
Leave in the morning. It's going to take all day.
I'm with the ghoul. Let's leave the supplies.
But what if we need them? Look, I think at this point everyone just wants to get home.
So the Red Rocket's home now?
Unless you've got another. Let's get some sleep. Leave at first light.
They sleep past the sun rising, but leave early in the morning, still exhausted. They quickly gather any supplies they can find from the stores. As the sun sets, they finally arrive back at Red Rocket.
Well, this is it.
It's not much.
It's a roof over our heads. It's a petrol station.
It's the start of something new.
Billy looks at Annabelle.
You're still wearing the Viking clothes. Probably best to change.
Annabelle looks down and realizes she's still disguised as a Viking.
Huh, you're right. I forgot all about it. Guess I left my normal armor back at Ghost Clan's base.
At least we're far away from them.
Yeah, but this place needs a lot of work.
Alice, I'm sure you've got ideas.
Alice looks a bit shocked to be put in the spotlight, but slowly starts to speak.
The lights are on, so there's power. Flat land, so we can build walls. In the distance is a radio tower. Can get that working again and send out messages.
First, let's get some sleep. There's one bed and 2 sleeping bags.
Alice needs the bed. You and Billy can have the sleeping bags. We'll sleep on the floor.
Me and Annabelle can share a sleeping bag, so someone else can have the second one.
We've only got one sleeping bag. The other's back at the house.
Damn, I forgot all about that.
Me and Annabelle can still share. Make the most out of what we've got.
They're a bit small for 2 people.
No, honestly, I don't mind sharing.
I'll curl up with dog meat, that's more than enough fluff.
Anyway, let's get some sleep. Big day tomorrow.
So, as we all know, ghouls have a long lifespan thanks to the radiation. A few people have exposed themselves to the radiation trying to ghoulify themselves. They want to become a ghoul for the long life. Not a very wise idea, since it mostly ends in a horrific death. However, I had a little idea sitting here all day. My my mind tends to wander. If we took a ghoul and transfused his blood into a normal person, you would think, like, surely they would gain some of the abilities of the ghoul. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know exactly what would happen, but it's fun to think about.
Please please enjoy our next song. It's called Out of Phase.
Oh, it's my optimism that you love. It's my pace, you can barely keep up. Say I sparkle like a diamond in the rough, but then you worry that I'm too much. I can see that you're good and you're genuine, and I haven't known that in such a long time.
Annabelle wakes up with Dogmeat curled up beside her. She walks out of the office wearing her tanned long johns and makes her way to the reception area with Dogmeat following. Behind the counter, Edward is collecting the little supplies they have left. Once he sees Annabelle, he reaches over and turns off the radio.
So, what's the plan for today?
Do you know the area?
A little bit.
Take Billy out on a supply run. Food and water. Try and find things that we can plant and grow. Winter won't be long. Bradley and Gilbert can start working on defenses. What about Alice?
Just let her find something to fix. She's smart. I'm sure assistants can help her. What about you?
I've actually got to go. There's something I have to do.
If me and Billy are going on a supply run, we'll join you.
No, thanks. It's fine. I'll take Dogmeat, but this is something that I have to do. Come on, girl.
Annabelle leaves Red Rocket with Dogmeat following. In the early afternoon, she arrives in the neighborhood she was scavenging before the super mutants. She searches the gardens until she finds a shovel and begins digging a grave. Once she's finished, she goes into the house to find Dogmeat lying next to her previous owner. Annabelle picks up the deceased and carries him outside, placing him in the hole. She searches his pockets only to find a single key. Dogmeat sits down next to Annabelle as they stand over the grave.
Dear God, I don't know his name, but please, look over him and give him everything he deserves in his next life.
Annabelle starts filling up the grave, putting the deceased to rest. Far away, underground, in a secret Ox genetics laboratory, a middle-aged woman stands outside a closed door. Her ginger hair flows down onto her lab coat. Freckles fill her cheeks, which also have wrinkles showing her age. Without looking, she knows someone is walking towards her.
What did you manage to get me this time, Church?
Still creeps me out how you do that, Professor.
Even after all these years?
Yep. I've got the information on our new subject. Here you go, sister.
The professor turns around and looks at Church. A woman with headphones around her head hands over a clipboard. The professor's hazel eyes look through a pair of glasses resting on the end of her nose, studying the clipboard.
Let's see what we have here. Male, early 20s. Appears to be in perfect health. Well done, Church.
Inside the room, a man slowly wakes up, tied to a hospital bed.
Hello? Anyone here?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm here.
The voice comes from the other side of a curtain separating the two.
Who are you? What is this place?
My name's Erwin, champion. And whatever they do, don't fight it.
What are they going to do?
The professor enters the room with Church following her.
What is this place? I was at a secondary school, the one in Hallett.
Greetings. My name is Professor Thursday. May I ask what your name is?
Ren.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ren. Just hold on for one moment.
Professor Thursday and Church go to the other side of the curtain where Erwin is.
What the fuck did you do to me? You've turned me into a fucking lizard.
It is a fascinating reaction. The transformation on him is much quicker than the others.
I'm guessing you'll need to do an autopsy.
Not an autopsy. The correct term would be vivisection.
Please, kill me. Just put me out of this pain.
You'll need to be alive so I can see how the organs work.
Don't you already know how human organs work?
Yes, but you're not fully human.
You can't do this. What about my human rights?
Soon, you won't be human. We'll perform the vivisection and then release you.
Release me? You mean, after all this, you'll just let me go?
Well, might as well study you in the environment. Church, please take him to the autopsy room.
Professor Thursday quickly appears in front of Ren.
I'm so sorry for keeping you waiting.
Behind the professor, Church pulls a hospital bed past. On the bed is a man with scales instead of skin. She pauses a moment and looks at Ren.
Shame. He's pretty.
Oi, you don't have to do this, eh? Why are you doing this? I just wanted to hunt down animals, you know? Come on, I just wanted to feel what it was like to be alive. I just wanted to live. But what about me, hey? You said you like pretty things. I was pretty once. I may have this fucking lizard face now, but you'd have loved me. You'd have loved me, hey? A good old fuck you with me. Come on. Last request. I bet you've never done it with a lizard.
I'm afraid you wouldn't be her preference. You have too many Y chromosomes. Maybe one day, Church, we'll be able to remove them.
Church continues taking the hospital bed away and out of the room.
Well, Ren, you have an exciting opportunity ahead of you. You have the chance to advance humanity.
Have I got some kind of rare blood type?
Well, I'm not sure, but I have already taken a sample of your blood. Ever since the Great War, the world has bathed in radiation, resulting in a range of mutations. Ghouls have immortality. We currently have a few, and we're trying to find out how they have immortality. As for you, we need to refine mutations. Eventually, we can choose which ones we would like to keep. You will be a cog in that great machine. Now let us begin.
Professor Thursday pulls out a syringe with a mysterious blue liquid with yellow flakes out of her lab coat.
Please just let me go.
Professor Thursday ignores Ren's pleas for help and injects him with the liquid.
No! Ah!
Annabelle and Dogmeat return to the Red Rocket station at dusk. Gilbert and Bradley have started building a wooden frame for a wall to run around their settlement. Only a few meters long, Annabelle goes up to the short wall and walks around the side.
Not much, but only been working on this for a day.
Annabelle studies the structure.
Is it wise using wood? Not that difficult to burn down.
All we got is wood. It's an easy material to find. I'll get Edward to find some metal panels. We'll put them on the front to increase the defense.
It's gonna be a while to build this. Doing it right is gonna take time.
Well, we can get the wall up in about a week, I reckon. Depends on how much we have to build with.
Edward does also need to find supplies, not just materials.
Did Edward and Billy find much today?
Oh, they managed to get food. They're currently cooking dinner, should be ready in about 5 minutes.
At least we won't have to starve to death.
Alice managed to build a cooking station.
It's a pot, held over a fire by rods. Not exactly difficult.
At least the food will be cooked and we'll be able to boil the water.
We'll still take rads.
At least we won't be getting any diseases or mutations. You two have been working hard. Are you coming in for dinner?
In a moment. Got a few pieces to secure.
Annabelle and Dogmeat make their way into the station. Dogmeat walks off to the corner and curls up. Edward looks up from behind the counter. A massive smile appears on his face.
Annabelle, have you heard the good news? We've got a new cooking station.
Yeah, Gilbert told me outside. Just bear with me a moment.
Of course. Don't be too long. Almost time for dinner.
Annabelle goes into the storeroom to find the locked cabinet. She reaches into her pocket, feeling the key. She pulls out the key and looks at the padlock, hoping it will fit.
What else could it be for?
Annabelle slowly inserts the key into the lock, discovering it fits. She turns the key, hearing the click, and the lock comes apart. Annabelle removes the lock and opens the doors to the cabinet. As she opens the cabinet doors, she sees nothing. The cabinet, completely empty. It's not until she looks down she discovers a pack of cards. Annabelle picks up the cards and leaves the storeroom.
Out here, Annabelle. The food's ready.
Annabelle follows Edward's voice at the back of the station. As she leaves the back door, she sees everyone sitting around a table. Edward, placing the last of the food down.
Come on, we've saved you a seat.
A lot of food here.
After everything we've been through, I thought we deserved this. Took the last of Gilbert's fox and roasted the meat. Fresh vegetables we made into a stew, and with some added chunks from that rad squirrel we encountered.
I hope it didn't give you too much trouble.
I managed to kill it before Edward noticed.
Good work.
Annabelle puts the pack of cards on the table.
Look, I found these inside. Anyone know any games?
Yeah, I do.
Bradley takes the pack of cards and starts handing them out. They spend the rest of the night playing card games with bellies full of food. All of them finally having smiles on their faces. For a few hours, enjoying life.
Hi, it's Buddy again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy our content, then consider supporting us through Patreon, where you can get a bunch of rewards and cool stuff and keep up to date with what's going on. And don't forget to follow and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter for all of our future content. And just to let you know, this was performed by a group of amazing voice actors, not including me. And all of the links are in the descriptions below. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Oh, it's my optimism that you love. It's my pace, you can barely keep up. Say I sparkle like a diamond in the rough, but then you worry that I'm too much. I can see that you're good and you're genuine, and I haven't known that such a long time. Can you love me? I'm out of face. See you met me in a good time, a good place. Can you love her? My other face. Please tell me, can you love me when I'm out of face? I can see that you're falling. There's a blaze on top. Please tell me, tell me, tell me. Can you love me? I'm out of face. See you met me in a good time, a good place. Can you love her? My ugly face. Please tell me, can you love me when I'm out of face? Without music, can you go days with no sun? See through my grandiosity for who knows how long? Can you love me? I'm out of face. See you met me at a good time, a good place. Can you love her? My other face. Please tell me.